You know what, Marcus? On the timestamps, you and Lou were exactly the same. So I don't know where you're based. Are you in the UK? Because Lou's like in US, so you know the internet has to travel a little bit further. So I don't know if he just edged that then. But I don't know if you would have got that if I didn't have the copper looking out, because it reminds me of the scene in Ghostbusters 2 with the Titanic coming in and stuff, and the boats on the dock. But perhaps that was a little bit too easy. I've been watching a bit of a special edition of Superman 2 today, so having some fun. Oh, Lou, you're back. Can you hear me now, Lou? We got a bad transmitter. Hi, Tina. How's it going? And hello, Christian from Grantham. I'm glad you're here because I can have a swig
Let's
of my
give it up
Budweiser.
big
Now
time.
I can actually have some alcohol again. My tooth
Hello,
is absolutely
Christian
fine. Chris is
from
all healed up.
Grantham.
I'm really happy
Now let's get
I've
cracking.
got a perfect set of Nashers. Don't have to worry about it anymore. The only thing I've got now is in the next couple of weeks is a hygienist is going to give them a spit polish and whatever else they do. But that was fun. That was a fun month of dental work until April. So all cool. Oh, and Ian's in the part work upgrades account. Oh, you can hear me. That's all good. So look, I've D. Look, you said your mirror's up there. I put it over there because if I have it behind me, there's a chance it could get damaged. So what I did is I took the Back to the Future poster down, and now that's behind me, just there with R2 and stuff like that. You probably noticed something else, or you might not have noticed actually, that you remember I said I was going to get the Bradford Exchange figures that put on a Star Trek figures. I put on a transporter and they beam and they have a little glittery effect. Well, I got the first one here. Mrs. Welder Wayne let me open it. So let me show you what that looks like. This is Kirk. The painting is good, needs a lot to be desired, and I am considering just touching it up a little bit. But I do like the principle that you're going to shine a light through the bottom there, or it has sort of like a blinky light sort of thing, and it looks like he's going to be transporting. But that's the Kirk figure. Do want to probably do a bit more attention on the eyes and perhaps the hairline as well. But that's the first one that came. I've got
Let's give it up big time.
Then I'll get the transport base, then McCoy.
Hello,
then
Christian
Scotty, then
from
Ahura,
Grantham.
Zulu,
Now
Chekhov.
let's get
I think that's
cracking.
the box set. I want a transporter terminal as well. But I'm going to put that where my Rams thing is. I think the Rams thing is going to come down and go into the old man cave on account that the LA Rams are doing absolutely god awful at the moment. So looking at that sign makes me sad, and I don't have sadness in here. The other thing, looking around here, what I've got in the background, is that little Airfix sign. Now, on, where am I? This Saturday, I'm going to be at the Telford Model Show. So, I don't know what time I'm getting there, but I'm definitely there on Saturday. It's just going to be me. Mrs. Welder Wayne's going to be staying here, looking after my kiddies. Hang on. Hello? Okay, thank you. Alexa, stop. I never turn that button off, do I? I need to have an auto shut off for that button. But yes, I'm going to be at the Telford Model Show, one of the biggest model shows, if not the biggest in the country. And then on the following Monday the 21st, is it? I'm going to be at Airfix. And do you remember I couldn't figure out where it's going to be? And we were trying to figure out somewhere in Sussex. Someone mentioned Hastings. I actually got something right for a change. It's in New Haven. So I'm going down to New Haven on Monday the 21st, I think it is. I've already booked all my hotel and stuff because I ain't travelling down from Corby to see the injection moulding process for the new Spitfire Mark 9 that's coming out. It's the 124 scale, I believe. So that's going to be fun. So lots of things happening soon. And then I'm off to London after that. So we're all good. I'm going to be building some of the engine tonight. You'll be happy to know this is where we got to last time. And if you remember, we are putting these little valves in here that come out the bottom. Well, I've done them all on both sides, and I've also completed one side just to get myself ahead here. But we're going to be doing the other side, so I can show you exactly how I got to that stage there. Now, I'm sure there's something else. There is something else I need to tell you about. Do you remember I had a box and I couldn't tell you what's in the box? Well, now I can tell you in the box. And Patreons, I was going to do the SR71 tomorrow, but I'm going to actually painting such a boring thing to show on camera. It's all right for the first 30 seconds or a minute, but it gets a little bit boring afterwards. I want to entertain you a little bit more. So I'm going to show you one of the new builds that I'm doing. And the new build I'm doing is... boom. Does anyone have a wild guess at what that is? Anyone at all? Does anyone know what that is? Lou, I'm looking at you. Do you know what that is? I'm building a spaceship. I'll wait for chat to catch up. Chris, you watched some of the American football, softball more like, couldn't understand it, so turned over to the... See, I don't understand rugby, Chris. Rugby's lost on me. Burgess, you had a visit to the dentist today. It was quite painful since the local anaesthetist just didn't want to go into the spot it worked. Also, he had to put a rubber block in to keep my mouth open. Oh my God. That's not good. That's not good. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Well, this will be my first time going hobby time, so I'll interest it. Yes, Lou. Wow, you got it from that. I'm going to be building the Palomino. So if you're unsure what the Palomino is, it's from the black hole, and that's what it looks like there. Now, the fun of this is that I'm probably going to give it a insignia white paint, and then I get to make it completely and utterly filthy. And I'm not just talking, you know, a little bit of, weathering and all that. I'm going to make this thing damn right disgusting. And that's pretty much some of the images that I'm going to be going from. Now, I was wondering whether I should light it, but to be honest with you, there's only three lights on it, which are three red lights on the bottom. And then you've got the jets, which you're not going to see. So I might have to think about that. But I've got all the parts for it. It looks really good. That was sent to me by Will Dickey, who's probably on the channel. I don't know if he's watching, who's actually designed that. He wants my opinion of what he actually thinks about it. I think it's looking absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to get that done. It's about... I don't know. Let's get my ruler out. Hang on. I haven't got a clue. I'd say it's about 30 centimetres high for the whole thing. So if it comes out good, then I'm going to stick it somewhere behind me. Don't know where. But look, you all got it. Wow. Palomino. Not the Cygnus. Well, funny you should say that, Richard, because I think now Will is actually working on a Cygnus. But... that's going to have to be ginormous. It's going to have to be ginormous. Unless you have a little Cygnus, but you know how big that ship is. Absolutely ginormous. But anyway, so tonight we're going to be doing the V8 engine. So I'm going to skip over to camera. Now, once again, I have set up some things. So hopefully I'm not going to make a mare of it like I normally do on a Tuesday night. And we can get ourselves ahead without having to find things. Building a spaceship in the backyard shed. That does sound like a B-movie plot. Yeah, definitely. It's an 80s show. So if I don't see chat, I apologise, but I will occasionally glance over. I've also mucked around with some cameras because, I was having a bit of technical problems before the stream started tonight. The problem with that is that I don't know if we're going to have freezes tonight. We might have some camera freezes. If we do, Mrs. World of Wayne, if you can just shout at me and I'll try and sort that out. But, Adrian, I'd love to build the Cygnus. It'll be ginormous. And to be honest with you, this is actually a resin 3D printed. So I think the Cygnus is going to be resin 3D printed as well. So you're going to use a lot of resin. And I think you're going to need the sort of 3D printer that Lou and Phil's got. Something, ginormous. Something I can't afford. But, Mrs. World of Wayne, she just got herself a new embroidery machine. So, It's vanished in favour of the mirror. I like the mirror. I just keep looking at myself now when I come in and contemplating life. Okay, so let's go over and just show you what we're going to be doing. So I have already built this part of the engine just here. What I'm going to be doing with you peeps is I'm going to be building this part here with these gears or cogs on this side. Slightly different to this one. These ones have lifters, but you have to put them in a certain way. There is actually timing marks on this, so that you do have to put it in the right way. Then we're going to be doing the exhausts, putting the exhaust manifolds in on both sides, putting the oil sump in, putting the stands in, and then hopefully if we've got time, we're going to be attaching that to the main part of the engine, which I've just noticed I haven't got over here, but I'll have to bring that across in a second. So, first things first, let me go back to the instructions so I know what I'm doing. Stand by. Hope you're hollowing out your prints to save resin. Definitely. I'm not printing it. It's already been printed for me, Chris, by Will, which is a godsend, really. But, okay, so this was where we got to last time. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now, all of these have been oiled up. Every single thing has got oil in it. Oil. I just cannot say that word. But what I have got to do is put this section on top of this. Now, it does go a certain way. And that way is... lost on me at the moment while I'm trying to think what way round it goes. Hang on, I don't want to put this in wrong. Stand by. Right, there should be an arrow. There we go. At the bottom of this, there's an arrow there. And that arrow has got to go the same way as these two holes here. So that means I'll put that in absolutely right. And then that's going to be held in with some 66 screws, which I've already got here. And I am going to use my electric screwdriver, hopefully, to get these in. Now, putting in rocker head covers and all of that, they never go in one at a time. So I'm going to do the old spiral effect on it to get these in. My electric screwdriver is certainly making short work of this. So, oh, hang on a second. I just realised I can see chat on the other screen. That's cool. Although it's very much behind. Hang on a second. The chat on the other screen's just got Lou saying he's back. I fixed it now. There we go. We're good. Okay. And we'll get all these in. Come on. Perfect. Yes, we got a whatever that Pokemon is that Mrs. World of Wayne's talking about. It looks like it's the Eater of Worlds, whatever that is. But yeah, we got one. That was the first thing I did when I came up, got up this morning. Date hole. Okay, we've got 4 more to put in. You like Lou's Valley Forge? Oh, that's excellent. I mean, Lou, I've been actually watching another one of your videos today. You'll be like, oh my God, Shock Horror, what have you been watching? I've been watching your Aries 1B. Because you know what? For the life of me, let me just move that over. Oh, hang on. Stand by. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what was the spaceship colour. And I kept thinking it's Imperial White, but it's Insignia White, isn't it? Keep getting that wrong. Imperial and Insignia. I don't even think there is an Imperial White, is there? That's one of those, Mrs. World of Wayne knows, the memories that you've got that just don't exist. False memories. Okay, so here's the last one going in. That's in. No problems at all. It's held tight, and as you can see, the valves, again, in this are all oiled up. Right, next, we've got to put the camshafts in. This time, I've got it right. This is a camshaft. The thing that we had last time was the crankshaft. Now, these are going to go just on here. One here, and one on the other side. I don't have to worry about the orientation at the moment because I'm going to be putting some brackets over the top of them. But what I am going to do is oil up the underneath here. Now, I am putting more oil on than I normally need because I don't intend to put oil on the other side. I'm just going to spin it round and let the oil carry around this section here. Now, someone who's already built this before has told me, make sure you really oil this bad boy up. Otherwise, I'm going to have a bad time when it comes to starting it. Okay, we're going to be putting some brackets over the top of this. Which, of course, I can't open now because my hands are covered in oil. All fun. And these are what the brackets are looking like. And they're just going to go over each section here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, this is like Sesame Street, isn't it? 6. 7, 8. Hopefully he will read the comment and tell me. What was the comment? Is it listed on your Amazon page? What's that? Oh, what machine? It's a WoW stick. I think it is on my Amazon page, yeah. I do think it's on there. Okay, so that's all the brackets on. Now I need to secure them down with some 63 screws. Now I don't have to dig them out because the 63s come in their own bag here, you see. So let's get... Wow, I probably got more than those out I need. Now the other problem with this is these 63 screws are smaller than what I need. So put that bit back. Lucky me, I know what bits I've been using. And I'll get this in. Lots of screws on this build. Yeah, it's a WoW stick, David Poole. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's start getting these in. Remember, on this build, none of the screws are magnetic. So you will find me putting these in weird and wonderful ways because I'm having to let gravity do the job on this. But we get these all into place and then I'm going to give it a couple of turns by hand just to make that oil go around. But these WoW sticks are brilliant for these sort of jobs here because the threads are cut really well. It's not like a part work model. I mean, these are hopeless on the 1.8 cars. They just won't work because you just haven't got the torque for it. But on these models, they're great. Now, as you can see, everything I'm working with is metal, and this is a premium engine. So, I mean, if you check the price out, you'll see it's got a premium price as well. These have. But I have put the link in the description. I do believe there's 10% off when you follow that link. But there you go. Almost there. Cam caps. I have charged this beforehand. I don't know how much it can last on a single charge. But that's the first one all the way in. So, when I turn that, it's lubing up now, and it does operate. That's going to fall out, I think. But when I operate it, you can see the little valves moving in there. Let me go back to the close-up. Just like that on that side. Okay. Put this back in because they've all fallen out. Didn't even think of that, did I? They are expensive. My house robot was given a magazine on magnets. He couldn't put it down. Oh, bless. I've got a house robot, but she's inside at the moment. She's yeah, I'm sleeping in the workshop tonight. I didn't mean it. You know that, Mrs. Weldaway. Are those screws reverse thread, or is the camera mirrored? I don't think the camera's mirrored. They're going in clockwise. Are you seeing it anti-clockwise? That's a bit strange. They're definitely going in clockwise, Peter. You worried me now. Do you remember the, I think it was Terminator Pack 2. I mirrored one section, accidentally, you know, just as a special effect or a feature, and I accidentally mirrored the whole video. So for the whole video of Pack 2 of the Agora Models Terminator, it looks like I'm undoing screws all the time, but yeah, I'm not. Oh, she did hear that. Damn it. She don't normally hear things like that. She's normally doing something else, like, I don't know, stickers or making baubles or playing with fabric. Okay, I think we are all in. Let's give that a turn. And again, that's pushing these down on that side there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm shaking around. They don't move that much, just a little bit. But it's given us an idea of how engines work, you see. So that's all good. Right, so we've done that side. What we're going to do now is we're going to be putting these ends on. So to do that, just double checking. We've got these cases here. Bit confusing what side they go on. There looks like the hole on these are going on that side there. And then we're going to be putting these gears on. Now they are labelled L and R. So one left and right. So I think I'll do this one first. If I have it up this way, I think that's the best way. Now, to line this up, I need to make sure that this first cam here, go back to that camera, is pointing in that direction. When I line this one up, I need to make sure that first cam is pointing in that direction. As I said, timing's a big thing on this one. So that's going to go in like that. And then this is going to go over the top like that. Just double checking. I think that's right. I'm just wondering whether we should have it that way round. I don't think it matters. I'm going to have it that way round, I think. I don't think it matters. But we have got to put in some 093 screws, which are these ones. And we've also got to put in a washer. No, definitely. They've definitely got them in the other way. I am going to put them in the other way. Because if I put them in the way that I was just about to, this washer that I've got on the screw here isn't going to go in. So this is going to be a bit tricky. Got to get it in the hole. And that's the wrong bit size again. Let's see if we can do this. Line up one would be good to go, but trying to line one up, no, see what I mean? It's we got one in. Excellent. Let's put the second one in. They say timing is everything. You know what? I've never had a car let go on me before. I can understand they do let go when the timing belt goes. I've had a car where the distributor broke. That was an interesting drive home. I still managed to get it home. But I used to work for a company called Southern Motor Group, and we did the Volkswagen Transporter T5s. And yeah, if the belt went on that, trying to tell the customer, there it is. I lost the cam then. Make sure that cam's in that way. I've already lined that up. Cool. Yeah, try and tell the customer how much a new engine is. Not funny. Not funny at all. Obviously, we can have these wherever we want. The timing doesn't actually matter until we put the belts on. So, let's get this one on. And one more. Very detailed. You read a book called Jump Off a Cliff by Hugo First. Oh God, we've started on that as well. You have money for a 24-month payment at Agora, so I placed an order for the Porsche, filled in everything, and then I had to confirm it with my local Nets failure problem with our new payment system. Wow. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. So, once again, I can try that out. And they're all working. Again, I'm not too worried about the timing at the moment. But when it does come to the timing, what I've got to do is line up that line there on the L with the line on the R there. And that's how I'll do the timing on that. But we don't need that. We can put that to one side because now, fun section, we're going to be putting these little rubber gaskets here, little O-rings they are, onto these metal bits of the exhaust. Now, I've got a funny feeling these aren't just going to slip on. I'm going to have to roll them on all the way to the end. And guess what? I've got to do this 100,000 times. So I will look at the chat while I'm doing that, because this is going to get monotonous, I think. I can't believe, like last Thursday, I don't know what happened in the last 20 minutes. I was completely lost. We started the live stream and then Ian turned up. And you know what, Ian? We were all craving for pizza after you turned up. So we had pizza the next day. T5 would destroy the cylinder heads. It would, Julian. The amount I had to book in. And you know what? Some of these companies, though, because obviously a lot of companies were using these T5s, they were just happy to pay for the new engine, which I just couldn't get my head around. Couldn't get my head around at all. But we did have to phone up customers to let them know that the cam belt, sorry, the timing belt needs changing. And the problem with that is, I think it had a 4-year life on it. I can't remember, 4 years or 40,000 miles, I think it was. And even that on its own was like £500 to get that changed, because it's not an easy job. What was Lou's one? Yellow Rivers by IP Freely. That's a good one. I like that. Lou, I keep telling you, you've got a parcel on the way. You've got to let me know you get it, because I thought it's one of my jokes. Okay, it's one of my jokes, but it's on the way to you. I hope you like it. I'm doing okay, Roger Phillips, thank you. I'm putting I never thought I'd be sitting on a Tuesday night live stream rolling on rubber on a shaft, I have to say. The stream went to the gutter really quickly, didn't it? A T5 is on my want list. Too bad. I mean, a lot of people were turning the T5s into camper vans, you know, Bergdis. So there was a company, I mean, I'm not paid by any of these people, but there's a company in Kent, I think it is. It might be Sussex, or Surrey even, called Bilbo's, like Bilbo Baggins. And they used to convert the T5s into camper vans. Really good. You have someone on my delivery called Roids. They named their daughter Emeroids. Well, see, I've got that problem. See, I can't just marry anyone. I'm glad I married Esther. So she's like Esther Green now, but I could never marry someone called like Teresa. Because, you know, like Teresa Green or Emerald or Jade, they're all out. Okay, only a few more to do. Get these in. That'll bring in the bots, yep, definitely. You're waiting by my magpies, so nights are getting cooler. Well, I don't know how long it takes. See, Chris's collection sent me a load of trials from France. And since the 25th of October, they've been somewhere in France and no one knows where they are. Even DPD, who are normally good. So they've had to put a trace on it to figure out where they are. No one knows. So we've got some trial part works in the system and no one knows where they are. So I do hope I get them, but who knows. Hello, Jim. How's it going? How's those Bills doing, Jim? Almost as good as the Rams. Okay, so we've done all of those. Let me just turn the page. I'm still covered in oil. Hang on a second. Okay, we're going to start putting these into... wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So, stand by. So we're going to be having the... I've got to make sure I've got to put this in the right one. So 1 second. Okay, so this one's going to be going into the left side here. And they're going to be facing upwards kind of like that. But to put them in, we've got this sort of manifold over the top. So it's probably better to feed them all into here first. I'm guessing. I don't know. All metal. This is funny. And then try and line them up with where they're going on that side. I do like how they've got the gasket in there. It's quite clever. Okay, so they're all in. How can we do this? Perhaps if we let gravity like that. Perfect. I put the screws in loosely because it's going to take... oh, don't move. Damn it! 66. Right, let me get the screws ready. Make sure my little wow sticker's got set to the right size, which it is. Right, let's try that again. You're going on there. If I can get a couple of these in first and then tighten it up afterwards, I can actually position them to where they're going to go. So that's one in. I'll let gravity do it, actually. I don't need to do it, do I? Oh, Mrs. Rhoda-Wayne enjoyed her crafting on Saturday, by the way. I did surprise her. She says I wasn't allowed to go, but I went anyway. So I turned up, and she wasn't expecting me at all there. Okay, so I'm going to get gravity to just put these down into position. They are still able to move at the moment, but... like that, and then hopefully if I tighten these up here now, they shouldn't move too much for me to put the other ones in. Okay, I think we're good. Now they're still got a little bit of a bend in them. Let me get this middle one in. That'll stop it. There you go. Excellent. I'm being really fussy now, aren't I? Let me go back onto that camera. You can see what I'm doing. It's all fun. As a matter of fact, I've got this camera. Let me do that camera. That's better. You can kind of see what I'm doing on that one. I don't use that camera enough. Now, tomorrow on the channel, just so you know, I've been working today. I haven't been lounging around. I've done box 6 of the Lamborghini Miura. Very fiddly. If you thought the Knight Rider was fiddly, you wait till you see the Miura tomorrow. Box 6. Very good. Holiday mode now. You're off to sunny Brazil soon, aren't you? It's all right for some. Brasilia. There we go. They're all in. So that looks like that. And then all I'm going to do is take over the right hand side one. And as you see, these are labelled LR and RR. So on the right hand side one, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So again, get these in this way. Like this. And put these in. Why are so many models aimed at octopuses? They are. Some of these are really fiddly. I do like the detail this has gone into, even with the O-rings. Bearing in mind, I mean, we're not pumping real steam or anything, or smoke or any fumes or exhaust in there. But they still made sure that we've got it in there. So, again, I'm going to let that hang. This is hard. Put this on the side here. And again, try and get some screws in the end ones. Looks like they've gave me some spare O-rings. There is quite a lot of spares on these builds. I don't know, Chris. Are you left-handed, are you, Chris? I mean, I don't know. What it doesn't matter, does it? Because you could just turn this around. It is funny. My son's left-handed. We got some lefties in my family. You fly out tomorrow? Wow, that's come really quick, Jim. Oh my God! I can't believe how quick that's come. That's crazy. Well, have a great time. I'll keep an eye on your Facebook for pictures. I'll take it. Chris is being sarcastic. Just testing. I'm gullible, Chris. I told Mrs. Rhoda Wayne she needs to check the dictionary because they've taken gullible out the dictionary now. It's one of those retired words, so you won't see gullible in the dictionary anymore. That's funny. Sorry, I'm just tightening this up because I know these are going to go all over the place. But there you go. That's that side in as well. So let me just move these O-rings. Stand by. I don't know if I'm going to need them again, you see. So always tidy your work surface up. So now that's looking just like that. Okay, I'm going to need to bring over the main cylinders now. So 1 second. Stand by. That looks like that. It's send in to Mrs. World Away and ask for a long wait. Some tartan paint, that's what I need. So if you remember this from last time, when you turn this, as you see, all of the pistons go up and down, all oiled up, looking really good. So what we're going to be doing is on the bottom here, we're going to be putting the sump. Now, just making sure I've got this the right way. This is the sump here. Again, this is one whole solid block of metal. That's just going to go over the top like that. And once again, that's held in with some 66 screws, which were the ones I've just been using. Got them here. Let's get that in. The best thing to do is go to a DIY and ask for a left-handed screwdriver. The thing is, because this is electric, I just naturally assumed that was a thing. And I am live streaming, so I'm not thinking right. But you did get me, Chris, I have to say. Bubble for a screw. Oh, bless. Okay, we've got, looks like 8 of these to put in. We've got, wait, no, looking again. 10 of these to put in, I think. No, 9 of these. 5 on one side, 4 on the other. I was way off. Let's go to a more attractive camera. Hello, Ian. How's it going? You can ask for a bucket of steam. I know that some of these builders send people off to collect sparks in buckets. I don't know. You know what? My Star Trek rewatch is going well. I've just finished the first season. It's the first time I've actually watched Space Siege, you know, with the first appearance of Khan. I'd never seen that one. And as I'm working through them, I realise there's some that I don't think I've seen. But and also the Squire of Gothos. I didn't realise that Trelane was a Q. because I never read the novels, you see, so all fun. You're trying to put your tree... Well, Jim, can you have a word with Mrs. Rhoda Wayne? She won't let me put my tree up, and I'm pretty miffed about it. I've normally got my tree up by now. She won't let me put it up. I know, Ian. All those lovely details, we're putting an oil sump on it. Well, to be honest with you, Ian, you need to do this because this is where the stand's going to go. Because obviously you want it to stand up. But let me just get the one in here. Either this is struggling or it's running out of battery. I think it's struggling. One more. That's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to be putting the stand on this so that when it's operating, obviously it's going to be that way round. But I do think that's all of those in place there. Excellent. And then I have got the stand pieces here. So just going to check the instructions of how these go. They don't help me very much, I have to say. Okay, these are going to go like this, pointing outwards. And they're going to be held in with some really long screws, which are 92s. Let me bring over my box of tricks. Have I got 92s? I have. These are really long. And we need about 50,000 of them. So let's just bung out as many as I can get. Because each one takes 2. I need 8 of them. Maths on the fly today is doing well. Okay, so these are just going to go down here. And again, all metal again, these are. Screw these all the way in. And they certainly go a long way. Let's put the other one in. Hopefully that's lined up. Perfect. And I'm repeating that 3 more times. Excellent. Oh, let him have his tree up. Yeah, let me have my tree up. I get that seasonal depression thing, you know. I need blinky lights. It is motorised, Michael. We're going to be putting the motors in afterwards. So that's going to be fun. And then, yeah, we can just leave it running. Yeah, I'm having a complete rewatch of the original series, and then I'll probably work on to Next Generation again. But I was aware I was missing some of the original series. I was saying on Thursday that my favourite episode is Operation Annihilate. I am thinking about making some latex pancakes to have on the wall here. I don't know what those pancake monsters were called in that. Baldy's here. Oops, what am I doing? Putting the wrong one on. Return of the Archons. I've just watched that one. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, it is a weird one. I just watched that. Space Seed. The Paradise one was the last one I watched. So I think I've got a couple more episodes of season 1 actually to watch. I didn't realise McCoy appears from about, I think it's episode 3 or 4 onwards. He's not in it from the start, is he? Obviously, I knew he wasn't in from the cage. And watching, see, oh God, what's going on here? Hang on a second. With the cage, I had watched the cage before I watched the menagerie, or the man trap, sorry. No, the menagerie, that's right. And it sort of defeats the object of watching. It's like a clip show, the menagerie, for people who haven't watched the cage. So I did find that quite boring. But because the cage was never released, it was released later on, wasn't it? It was like, you know how the Simpsons sometimes have an episode where it just goes back of old clips? That was pretty much what that was. It saves on production costs as well, I suppose. Just making sure they're all tight. They are. And there we go. That is now on a stand just like that. Chris Hurst, that should have only cost you a couple of bucks. What are we talking about? Julian Heap, the best I play at work was hang on, stand by. I sent my apprentice a lot of sparks to fit the set of sparks. Oh my God, you're all off on it tonight, aren't you? Why are we saying no idea? What do you call a deer with no eyes? David Giles, no idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? I know that one, David. Still no idea. Okay, so we've got this. We're going to be adding now the main tops to this. Just seeing what way round they go. So if the engine is, the spindle's this way, the left hand side's going in here. So this was the left hand side. This is going to be going on top here. I think I'm going to have a muck around with the cameras. 1 second. I'm just going to go to this camera here. Now this is going to go on there, but it's going to be held in with 66 screws. God, where are they gone? They're here. I can see me having a problem here, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my wow stick through there. I'm not. Damn it. Okay, stand by. Hang on. Just trying to find the right Allen key here. I do have some long length Allen keys. This is the one I need. I'm going to have to use this by hand this time. On account that... oh god, this is going to be hard. Hang on a second. Because they're right in a cavity here. You can't just like drop them in. So I'm putting this one on here. Hopefully just to hold it so I can get one in the other side. Which I can just... you see what I mean? It's... oh god. This is going to be hard. Oh, come on. If you drop one in here, you're going to have a bad time. I'm going to try and put them in. Nope, that's not working. Damn it. How am I supposed to do this? Let's try and wedge it on there. Perhaps putting a bit of blue tack on here or something. Or making my... because I've got to get this through. Any ideas? Because like I've got to get this through here and out the other side without this falling off, which it wants to do. I don't think I've got any blue tack here. Hang on a second. I normally keep a little bit, but not today. No, I haven't. Ah, this is going to be hard. How am I supposed to do this? Okay, let's do it this way. So gravity is not my problem. Put it in that way there. That's perfect. We're going good. We're going good. Excellent. We have to do it this way. Sorry you can't see this. I can't do that, Wayne, because the actual screws... Wayne Weatherwax, the screws aren't... they're not magnetic. So I'm stuck. So no matter how much magnetised these are, they're not going to pick up the screws. All of these kits have been the same. They're a pain in the neck. But yeah, if I hold it this way round... we have got it in now, so it should be easier, he says as he drops another one. How many have I got to put in? I mean, I could do the ones at the end here quite easy, I reckon. See, that's another one in. You can't see this. I apologise for that. But I've got to put 8 of these in. No, I'm lying to you. I've got to put 10 of these in. Use earwax. Do you want me to just go funneling around my ears then, do you? Yeah, not still. So, yeah, pain. You're going in 30 minutes to watch I'm a Celebrity. Really? Don't worry, I'm not. I'm only here for another 15, so you're okay. I'm a blooming celebrity. I don't think I've ever watched that show. Although the mother-in-law loves it, apparently. Esther doesn't watch anything like that either. We don't watch that. What's the definition of disappointment? Running into a wall with an erection and breaking your nose. Oh my god. How does this start? Okay, I'm just seeing... this is so difficult, right? Okay, stand by. You need to be a surgeon to do these ones here. Okay, we're good. Replace brake lines, told the helper to go to the hydraulic shop and tell them I needed a 6 foot of flight line. He went over and the guy asked for 1/2 inch or 3/4. Blue tack can help. Yeah, blue tack, I normally have a ball of it here, but I've obviously used it for something because I can't find it. Just so you know, this is really heavy now, really heavy. And I can see now why whoever was the person that built this wanted me to put loads of oil in it, because, you know, that motor's really going to be chugging along to get all this to move. But I've got 2 more of these to put in. And then obviously I've got to put the other side on. Oops. I have to say though, the exhausts that I've put in are... they're a hard steel, so I thought I'd be bending them holding it like this, but I'm not. They're actually going in okay. What's the height of strain tooth marks on the lav seat? My God. One of those streams tonight, is it? Right, one more screw to put in this side. Let's do that. Gently. There we go. Okay. Nice and tight. Yeah, there's no way my wow stick was going down there. But, can't get that out now. There we go. That's the first one in. That's looking mighty impressive, isn't it? Guess what? We've got to do exactly the same on the other side here. So, once again, if I get one in, I can get one in, no problems, just at this end here. He says, as he can't get one in. Yeah, I've got that one in there. Just so I can start this off. And then I'll get the rest of these in. If I take the can carrier off, that took me forever to put on. It's okay, we can do it this way. It's I mean, to be honest with you, it's worked. So just got to let gravity not win. If I just dispel gravity for the next 10 minutes, we'll be okay. Because if you don't believe in something, then obviously it doesn't work. Where are you sticking your wow stick? I've had more use out of that wow stick now, I'll tell you. Let's be quiet when Wayne screws. Why is it my streams always go into the gutter? What is that all about? If I'm not flocking... Look, they're all falling out now. Right, okay, let's put this down again. And then... try to find the best hole to put this in. There we go. That's probably why the streams go thing. I can't help but talk in innuendo. And there we go. Darn Newton and his gravity. I know, if he hadn't come up with that, then I wouldn't be having such a hard time now. You know what, I've just had a look here. I've missed a screw out. Can you believe that? I'll have to figure out what screw I've missed out. There's a... I'll show you in a second. Let me get this one in. No one pointed it out to me. Stand by, let me just get this one in and I'll show you where I've missed a screw. Okay. So if I go back onto the top camera, I think it was these little screws we've got to put in. I've missed a screw. Right. Can you see it? Right here. Silly me. Okay. Right. How many more of these blinking things we got to get in? Hang on a second. Right. Not many. Excited for next December because I'm getting stage 59 when you get the main bodywork. Next December. From what I understand, I know Kevin the Nexus mentioned it. We should start hearing from IXO collections regarding the Ecto 1 and the Enterprise soon. So I'd think that's going to be before the end of the month, but I haven't heard anything yet. Nothing official anyway. But you know what? They're not going to talk to me anyway. I upset them too much. Time for a sip of bud. Now I've got to get these in. This has become one of these, what do they call it? Vendettas? Whoops, let me change to that camera. Sorry, none of these cameras really show what I'm doing here. I haven't actually got a camera that... I need a head cam, don't I? I need a head cam to... oh, God, this is going to be a nightmare. Right, hang on a second. Once it's in the hole, I'm happy. Okay, that one's in. Two more, one more to put in. This is the last one, and then this god-awful section is done. Just double checking that. I haven't missed a screw out. Yep, so this is the last one going in here. So I can have this back up right now. And we can go back to that camera and get that last one in. Perfect. What an impressive beast this is. This is quite a big thing as well. I mean, look, just across now, we're looking at 25 centimetres by about 15 centimetres. I didn't even think we'd get that far. But let's see what we've got to do next. Okay, so next we're going to be putting a cover on the front of this spindle just here. So I need to get the parts out for that, which is part 54. So I'm looking around. And my box of tricks, I've got everything up here tonight. This is part 54. And we also need 2 93 screws. So this is going to go on here like that, this way round, I believe. And I need 2 93 screws, which are going to be in here. Which I'm guessing are these little stubby ones. 1, 2. I can go back to using my wow stick now. And these are held in. Not with that end though, with this end. And get these screwed in. So, a bit tight. One there. It only wants me to put them in 2 places, so I'm not putting one in the top there. See what I mean, Wayne Weatherwax, how that just fell out then? There's not really much I can do about it. There we go. This will be the last one. Just going into this side here. Come on, get in the hole. There you go. Struggling, but we got it in. So that's that one in. Then I've got another one to put on top of that, which is part 55. Looks very similar to what we've just put in. And this is going to have size 66 screws. So I think this time I'm going to have it this way round. You can see this on the top camera then. So this is going to go this way round. How can it go this way round? Hang on. Stand by it. Because there's nowhere to put it. Hang on a second. You wanted that one in. I've done that. Oh, not that side. Silly mate. Other side. This is going in this way. Stupid me. God, it's getting to be a long night. Okay, these are going to be held in with 66 screws. So, get these in now. This is like when I did that Amazon build. And I still got to do that. You know what, on all of these builds, Wayne Weatherwax, every single, like the robot we did and all of that, none of the screws are magnetic. It's a pain in the neck. Because you do have to, I mean, the screws go in really well. I mean, that's the saving grace for it. But, yeah, none of them are magnetic, so it does make your life very hard. Okay, 2 more. Stand by. And 1 more in this side. Oh, come on. Which doesn't want to go in. Okay, we can do it manually. No, let's take it out. There you go. I think, no. Ah! This one's a little bit tight. I'm going to do it by hand. Probably break the wow stick doing it, but there we go. So that's in like that. Wow. Right. Now we've done that, I think I'm going to leave it there. And the reason being is because the next stages we're going to do are all to do with the electrics. We're actually going to start putting the electrics in this to actually operate it. But what I'm going to do is bring up this main camera just so you can see the size of this beast. It is ginormous. And as I said, it's all metal. Once the belts are on, obviously these pistons are going to go on and everything's going to rotate round. That's what that's looking like. I love it. Absolutely love it. Going to be a lot of tidying up tonight though as well. But it's all fun. I hope you enjoyed the attach a magnet to one side of the Allen key. Malice Minion. If you're still over there on Twitter, you're not on TikTok. We can't do that. He's asking me what happened to the Enterprise build. I'd love to know. If the Enterprise build is coming back with IXO, I will be continuing on what I was doing with the resin windows. So I do have a an Enterprise E. If you haven't seen Phil's channel at the moment, he's currently doing the refit, which I've had a look at, and perhaps I'll let Phil do that first and see how he gets on. I've already watched Lou's version of it. I still haven't got the confidence to do it myself yet, which is all cool. What's it weigh? I haven't got a clue. It's heavy though. We're probably talking half of a 1.8 vehicle. So it's all cool. But those little square slots on the sides of the cylinders let you see the pistons moving up and down. And also what a great kit you're building. It's a great kit. The Knight Rider kit's a fabulous car. It is a brilliant car as well. But listen, thanks for joining me tonight. So tomorrow we're going to be doing the Mura Pack 6. Tomorrow night, patrons, we're going to be having a look at the Palomino and actually getting that put together, hopefully. And then Thursday we've got our normal chat stream. Friday I think we're going to finish up with the Rootmaster Pack 11, so that'll all be done. But it's been a fun night. I'm going to have to look back at chat because I know a lot of you are talking about jokes and stuff which I missed and probably would have gone way over my head anyway. But thanks for joining me tonight and take care.